Now it's time for Quarantine Tonight. Live from an undisclosed location north of the Platte River, here's your host, Mike Flood.
Well, good evening, Nebraska, and welcome back to another edition of Quarantine Tonight, where tonight we are celebrating some SOBs. What does that mean? South Omaha boys, right? Did I get that right? We've got a whole bunch of them here. We've got the Ed Svoboda Red Ravens, and you're going to hear some of the best in polka. You're going to hear some Latin music, some pop music, and everything. It's a band that originally started in 1942, and Ed Svoboda started it. His son, Ed, also known as Sonny, is going to be on vocals, and we're going to have 2 hours of music that I guarantee you won't find on any other channel than right here at News Channel Nebraska. You can look at the channels, you can watch them, you can hear a lot about politics and drama and crime, but you won't find any polka. You'll only find that right here. We're so glad you're here with us on Quarantine Tonight. We've got Mike's Mailbag coming up, and as you know, we do our best to serve everyone in the state of Nebraska. We want to thank our viewers in Chadron and Scotts Bluff and North Platte and folks in Fall City and South Sioux. We've been getting a lot of notes even from western Iowa, Malvern, Iowa yesterday. So we'll get right into it here in just a second, but we want you to get comfortable. Tonight's one of the dance nights. You're going to want to move the end table into the kitchen, push the chairs back, and make a little room, because if you like to polka, if you like to waltz, you are in business. In fact, in the first 20 minutes of this show, you're going to hear the Blue Skirt Waltz, and it's been a little while since I've seen that on the playlist. So Ed and everybody here will be happy to entertain. Let's start tonight with our evening prayer.
Hello, my name is Pastor Terry Kruger, and I'm the pastor at St. Mark's Lutheran Church in Bloomfield. And today I would like to offer up a prayer. This is a prayer I prayed relatively recently at worship at St. Mark's, and it is the prayer attributed to St. Francis. Let us pray. Lord, make us instruments of your peace. Where there is hatred, let us sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is discord, union. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. Grant that we may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. Amen.
All right, we are excited about this tonight. Sonny, or Ed, shall we say, this is a band you and I corresponded early on. I want to say it was in March or April.
Yes, sir.
And you said, hey, I'm in South Omaha. I've got some great band ideas for you. Now, look at you making it to this undisclosed location. Nice to have you here tonight.
Well, we're pleased to be here, Mike. Glad you invited us. I would like to introduce my band member sometime this evening.
Oh, let's do it,
So
yeah. Everybody, are these all South Omaha guys here?
No, we got one gentleman here from Valley, Nebraska, and I got two gentlemen here, one from Beaver Lake, Nebraska, and one from Sarpy County down in Bellevue. So we're a little bit spread out, but our roots, South Omaha is really our roots. Yeah.
Now, this band started, it was your dad in 1942. You showed up in high school in 1954.
54 to 58.
Then you took off out of town for a little while. You were in the military, maybe?
Military for 6 years, yes.
And then when did you show back up in the band?
It would have been in the probably mid to late 60s.
Oh, you got here late then.
Yes, sir.
Now, somebody here, their dad played with your dad. Now let's get a microphone
These are the Crowells. This is Rich Crowell.
Charlie Crowell was my dad, and he played with Sonny's dad when they first started. And my brother Dennis back there on the drums. So we're the Crowells.
You didn't really have a choice. You were going to be in this band whether you liked it or not.
Yeah.
So here he is, 2020, and we're still going. Let's do this. Let's start with some of this great polka and waltz music that you've got here.
Yes,
and
sir.
then we're going to, after this set, we'll do a full introduction, talk to everybody, and we'll get down to business.
Very good. Well, our first song is going to be the Red Raven Polka. That's a theme song for this band. And I want to do a dedication with this first song, if you don't mind.
Oh, of course.
I'd like to Dedicate our first song to my wife Elaine of 58 years. She's in
Okay.
Omaha, and our 3 daughters and our families. Kim Mosbach, her husband Gene, my grandson John in Omaha, Nolan and Sarah Schmitz in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'd like to wish Sarah a belated happy birthday. It was yesterday. Terry Sunset and husband Darren, grandsons Ben in Fort Collins, Colorado. Scott Sunset and his significant other Courtney in Denver. Tim Sunset and significant other Maddie and also in Denver, Colorado. And also Vernon Joanne Sunset in Fort Collins, Colorado. My daughter Susan Martin and her husband Rick and granddaughter Annie, grandson Ty in Apple Valley, Minnesota, granddaughter Paige Martin and fiance Blake in Bloomington, Minnesota, and granddaughter Hope Martin and significant other Brady in St. Paul, Minnesota. So for those folks, it's the Red Raven Polka.
Well, you covered 5 states and 50 people. Let's get this party started, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Okay.
Okay, guys, let her go.
I will always love her, and I know we'll never part. We'll still be dancing as the years come and go, dancing to the Red Raven Orchestra with the sweetheart that I love so.
Thank you, thank you. This second song is a title off of one of our CDs. It's called the Let's Dance Polka. And I'm going to send this tune out especially to my brother Joe Swoboda and his wife Janice and family in Blandon, Pennsylvania, and my sister Jerry McGinnis and her family in Bellevue, Nebraska. Real good tune called Let's Dance Polka. Okay, 2 beats. Let's Dance Polka. What a good tune. This is a popular tune. You recognize the Beer Barrel Polka. And I want to send this out to some good friends of mine. John Zabrowski, his friend Sue in Killingsworth, Connecticut, and Rod Wilson in Bloomington, Minnesota. These guys were former board members, as well as myself, with the Polka America Corporation. So very good, strong supporters of polka music. And this tune for John and Rod up in Minnesota. This is just for you, the Beer Barrel Polka. No intro, guys.
Ready? time to roll the barrel. The gang's all here.
This is another dedication. This is going out to my good friend Jim Botnichek, former musician, band leader, also my co-helper in the Oklahoma Polka Hall of Fame. Unfortunately, we had to cancel our annual celebration last year due to the COVID-19 virus, and hopefully we'll be able to have this event happen this year, celebration which is set for Sunday, September 12th at the Sokol Hall in Omaha. This event recognizes individual musicians that were involved in the promotion of polka music, and we have about 40 active past inductees that vote to induct 2 persons in the living category and 2 persons in the living category and 1 person in the deceased category. And we have the band Bob Zagozda's Polka Joy hired to provide the music and entertainment for this year's event. So put that down on your calendar. Hopefully we'll be able to have the event happen this year and recognize some individuals that have contributed to the promotion of polka music. So Jim, this tune is especially for you, my good friend, and it's a good Czech tune, one called Good Morning Polka, Rano Runičku. you. Thank you. This is the song that Mike mentioned early on, the Blue Skirt Waltz. And this is going to go out especially to my cousin Joan Kowal, who's a resident of Fountain View here in Omaha, and her daughter Karen and husband Chris in Scottsdale, Arizona. Hopefully you're listening in for this tune. It's a good old Blue Skirt Waltz. Okay, there we go.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Red Ravens here on News Channel Nebraska. Now, Sonny, look what I found here, thanks to our friends at the Playmore Ballroom. They found this this poster that says, dance to one of Nebraska's oldest and finest polka bands, Eddie Svoboda and the Red Raven Orchestra. Modern and old-time music, pleasing you, pleases us. And a telephone number is 731-4634. That's your dad's number. Okay, so this would have been what? This would have been...
We played right up there on that stage.
Here at the Playmore Ballroom?
Yeah, Gene Benish, you know, Bobby Lane.
Yeah?
Had the Polka Festival here. And we had several bands. And ours was one of the bands that was up on that stage there played. I can't remember what year that might have been, but...
Now, it says here we got clarinets. Where the clarinets go?
Yeah, he used to feature a clarinet player. He had some really talented musicians over the years.
Well, I tell you what, it sounds great tonight. You guys are sounding good and looking good, having fun. We are glad you're joining us here. This is the Red Ravens. This is your first appearance as a band on News Channel Nebraska. And we appreciate it very much. So,
we're glad you invited us to be here. Yeah,
would you do an introduction by name of everybody you've got here?
I've got a good group of musicians here, folks. These guys do a great job. I got Rich Crowell here on trumpet, baritone. I got Roger Dill here, trumpet, flugelhorn.
Now, Omaha, right?
Well, this is Beaver Lake.
Okay.
This
Cass
is Valley,
County.
Nebraska. And we got Jan Lotek there on tenor sax, and he's an Omaha resident. We got Lee Chalupa back here on bass guitar, and he's an Omaha resident. And we got Dennis Crowell, he's from Sarpy County. And I'm Ed Sonny Swoboda, and I'm from Omaha.
All right, that's right. Well, you got one Norfolk guy here representing all of rural Nebraska, I guess, tonight. Well, I guess we got a Cass County guy over here, which is good.
Actually, I got some information here that I think I should share with you.
Oh,
about this Mr. Mike Flood here. This guy's got a pretty good background here. I want to read a little bit about him. Mike Flood, he was born February 23rd, 1975.
So I got a birthday coming up, by the way.
He's a broadcaster and a lawyer from Norfolk, Nebraska. He served in the legislature in 2005 to 2013, served as a speaker of the legislature in 2007 to 2013, and he is currently serving in the legislature. He graduated from Norfolk Catholic High School. He received a BA in University of Notre Dame in 97, a JD from University of Nebraska College of Law in 2001 and 2003. Married Mandy Guernsey. As of 2011, the couple have 2 children.
Now, Mandy's dad is from Schuyler, Don Guernsey, and her mom is a Clarkson.
Yeah, those Czech communities.
That's Czech. She was a bar tech.
Oh, yeah.
And they grew up on polka music.
Well, good. And then he worked in a Norfolk radio station high school at Notre Dame. He operated the host of the show, the campus radio station, and on a return to Nebraska, he worked as a radio personality at Lincoln Country Station KFGE. In 1999, he founded Flood Communications. As of 2017, he has 8 radio stations, 7 television stations in Nebraska.
You're taking over my show, Sonny.
Television stations are affiliated with News Channel Nebraska. In August 27, 2020, Mike Flood was involved in the Big Ten Conference, I guess. He helped
I sued the Big
Nebraska
Ten. Yeah. You remember that? Yeah.
So anyway, folks, let's give this guy a big hand. He does a great job for Nebraska. Yeah,
we don't do a lot of that here, but I appreciate it very much. And it's, you know what, this is the best part of my day. I get to come here and have these bands on. And I've got another poster of the Duffy Bellaret Orchestra. You've heard of them. And their phone number's in Lee, Nebraska, and it doesn't look anything like a 402, let me tell you that. I tell you what, let's do this real quick. We've got more of the Red Ravens coming up, but first I want to check Mike's mailbag. We have lots of letters that have come into the station from all over the state of Nebraska. Let's go ahead and check those out here. We love them, and if you write us one, if you tell us it's okay to put it on TV, then we'll put it on. If you say no, that's okay too. Here's Hudson from Gordon. Yes, nice to have somebody on from Gordon. I love Quarantine Tonight, and thank you for the enjoyable program. Well, thank you, Hudson, from the big town of Gordon. Jean and Gwen from Lincoln. Very simple. Thank you for the shows. We appreciate you all watching in the capital city. And then here's Stanley and Wayne. I have enjoyed the music. I tell you, I get some brief letters. They don't waste a lot of time. But they get right to the point, and we love it. And if you send us one, we'd love to hear from you as well, because it does go a long way. And I'll tell you what, the bands that come here on this show, even when it's 4 degrees outside, it means the world to so many people watching. And so you should know that. You're bringing people a lot of joy by sharing your talents with us. So let's put that address there on the bottom of the screen. If you'd send us a note, we'd love to hear from you. You can send it to 214 North 7th Street in Norfolk, 68701. Tell you what, more with the Red Ravens in just a moment. But first, let's check that forecast. Is it really going to be that cold on Saturday? We're talking near record lows. Jeff Fox has the update. We'll start with news. You're watching News Channel Nebraska. All right, we're back here on Quarantine Tonight. We're so glad you're here. My name is Mike Flood. I'm your host. And we have Ed Swoboda's Red Ravens, a band that was started in 1942 and has been kind of dormant during COVID because you just can't play anywhere. Yeah. Everything's been kind of shut down. So if you are at home right now and in your recliner and you're enjoying this music, whether you're in Verdigris or whatever other spot you might – You know, I did get a call from a gal whose dad lives in Verdigris, and she said that her dad was watching a polka dance one day on News Channel Nebraska, and it was a 4-hour deal. He didn't get out of the chair for 4 hours. That's how serious Czech they are up there in the hills of Knox County. But good kolaches, yes. In fact, somebody brought me some kolaches down here to Lincoln, and Tim Gregert, who's also from Creighton. We were enjoying some great kolaches from Verdigris. Yeah. They make them there, don't they? Yeah.
Good bakery up in Verdigris.
Yeah, they have good stuff. But we're going to start out here with a waltz on News Channel Nebraska. We're watching Quarantine Tonight. Hope you're enjoying it. Stay with us. Here we go. Another round with the Red Ravens on NCN.
Okay, thanks, Mike. And we're going to send this dedication out to Johnny Ray Gomez. Johnny's a person that arranges for all the entertainment here at Quarantine Tonight. He's also a very talented musician, entertainer, and performing in various venues throughout Nebraska and Iowa. And also send it out to Bonnie Crowell, Jason, Jennifer, and Ethan, and Kermit and Lynn Erickson. And it's a tune called The Summertime Waltz. Here we go. Pretty waltz, huh? Summertime waltz. Okay, we got a polka coming up this time. A real good tune. It's called the Happy Wanderer Polka, and send this dedication out especially to a former sax and clarinet player on the Red Raven Band for many years. This tune goes out to E.J. Poss and his wife Anita. Hope you both are staying well and healthy. And sit back and enjoy this one, EJ. It's called the Happy Wanderer Polka.
to go a wander along the mountain track. And as I go, I love to sing with the backpack on my back. Valerie, Valera, Valerie, Valera, Valerie, Valera, my knapsack on my back. I love to wander by the stream that dances in the sun. So joyously it calls to me, come join my happy song. Valerie, Valera, Valerie, Valera, Valerie, Valera, my knapsack on my back.
Happy Wonder Polka, just for you, EJ. Oh, this is a good tune here. This is one we feature our two trumpet players. It's called the Ping Pong Polka. And this one's going to go out especially to my nephew Bob Popek and his wife Candy in Firth, Nebraska. Bob is the owner of the CGS Music Store in Lincoln, Nebraska, and does a good job down there supporting Lincoln. So enjoy this next tune just for you two, Bob and Candy. It's called Ping Pong Polka. Two trumpet players, oh, Ping Pong Polka. What a good job they did, huh? You betcha. Okay, here we go with one called the Papa Won't You Dance With Me Polka. And I'm going to send this out especially to some former neighbors of ours, my wife and I, Dan and Virginia Fisher, living in Washington State. And they're Omaha natives, and I hope you're watching this evening's show, because this tune's especially for you, Dan and Virginia. Papa, won't you dance with me polka? Okay, we're all set, guys. Papa, won't you dance with me? Polka. Well, I'm going to give these guys a little bit of a break, and I'm going to do a little accordion solo for them. It's called Tony's Polka. You got 3 beats on this one, guys. Thank you. Now we're going to change the tempo a little bit for you folks. Said we're going to play a variety of music here this evening. This is a medley of two tunes, one called My Happiness and Harbor Lights. Okay, we got 4 beats, guys. Ready? Here we go. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's Ed Svoboda's Red Ravens here on News Channel Nebraska. Now, I'm going to ask you guys the same question that I ask so many other of our performers. You have to pick your favorite rural Nebraska ballroom. And I think some of you have already answered this question before, so you might get drawn into it again. But let's start with you, Sonny. If you had to pick your favorite ballroom in rural Nebraska, we are collecting answers. Rural. It can't be somewhere in Omaha or Lincoln.
It can't be Omaha or Lincoln?
No.
Oh. Well, Well, let's see.
Well, I guess if you wanted to, we'd let you.
You know what? The Sokol Auditorium is a tough one to beat.
Yeah.
For boy acoustics, but if I had to pick one, I'd have to say Starlight.
The Starlight in Wahoo?
Starlight in Wahoo, yeah. That's probably one of the better places. Accommodated a lot of people, big dance floor, and good acoustics. Yes.
Very good choice.
Yeah.
Pass that microphone over there. What would you say?
I'd have to say the same thing. I played at the Starlight, and the Red Raven Band played there. They got all those big posters up there with all the different bands that played there. And I got pictures of my dad circled around the band, the old Red Raven Band. So it was a kind of a nostalgic thing for me to play at the Starlight Ballroom. I wish we could go there again. The wooden floors and all the beautiful people that used to come there. It used to be a big place to play. We loved it.
Yeah? All right.
Yeah, I'd kind of go with that Oak Ballroom in Schuyler. That's really a very, very pretty place.
You're going to make a lot of people happy tonight in Colfax County.
But I enjoyed playing there. I've played there 3 or 4 times, and it's really a very, very nice ballroom.
All right.
Oh, you had to bring up Verdigris.
Oh, yes.
And so we cannot forget the ZCBJ Hall in Verdigris, Nebraska.
Yep.
And that hall has absolutely fantastic acoustics. I've played in there with Mark Villadal, and we recorded one of our jobs, and we should have we could have made it into a CD. The acoustics were just perfect. Crowd is fantastic. That hall also has a fantastic dance floor.
You just made a lot of people happy in northwest Knox County.
Well, the local community has gotten behind that hall, and they got it air conditioned. I believe it's got a new roof on it, and they're planning on keeping it going for another 100 years.
I remember right after the major flooding in 2019, I went to Verdigris, and the whole main street was flooded out, and they were taking care of that place pretty good. It's a community treasure. All right, you're getting nailed here in the backyard here. What would you say if you had to pick a place?
It's easy.
Okay.
Peony Park.
Oh, yeah. Johnny Ray Gomez is going to like hearing that, by the way. All right, let's go all the way over here, even though you have a microphone back here.
Well, I have 3, actually.
You have 3.
Peony Park is one of my favorites, and also Starlight. And then one we haven't talked about, it's no longer there, but it's called the Flying V in Utica.
Oh, you're not the first person that said that.
Yeah, that was really a fantastic place. It had such a nice floor. It was almost like a football field. You could go out there and but took you 2 sets to go completely around the thing.
Did it really?
Dance. It was really a fun time. It was really a fun time. I missed that place.
The Flying V, I don't think
so. I think I've heard that it's no longer a dance club anymore or anything there, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, you jogged a lot of people's memories there. We appreciate it. And I tell you what, we've got more with the Red Ravens coming up here in just minutes on News Channel Nebraska. This is how we celebrate a Wednesday night on this channel, and we're going to do more of it in just minutes. Stay with us at NCN.
Tonight's episode of Quarantine Tonight is brought to you by Do Right Right Now.
All right, we're back with Red Raven, Ed Swoboda's band from 1942. You're going to be coming up on 100 years in 20 years. You realize that's a long time. Who's going to do this after you?
We only take one at a time, Mike.
He says he only takes one at a time. We're going to do some country music now. We've got Your Cheatin' Heart, followed by Your Cold, Cold Heart. So if you are still married at the end of this 2-song duo, you're a lucky guy, right? You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Here we go, 4 beats, and 1, 2, 3, 4. country tune, Cold, Cold Heart, Cheating Heart. Here's another little country tune called Have I Told You Lately That I Love You? Okay, now we're going to change the beat a little bit. This one's going to get you out of your chair. It's called South of the Border, a little Latin flavor.
And I'd like to dedicate this song to my daughters, Dina and Dawn. Dawn Owens and Dina Sieper and Scott Sieper and Lucas. And also Dylan, Andrew, and Anna. And last but not least, Jason.
Okay, guys, we got 4 beats on this one. Ready? And we're going to stay down in that Latin beat. This one's called Spanish Eyes. Good job, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. There's another good tune that's going to get you out of your chair. It's called the Tijuana Taxi. Very good. Good job. Roger Dodger. His own jumbo. Beautiful. Okay, 6 beats. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go. going to change the tempo again. We're going to get back to polka time. And this is a tune that I'm sure you'll all recognize. It's a very popular tune. It's called Hoop-Dee-Doo Polka. And we send this out to Mike Flood. I think he'll enjoy this one.
Okay, 3 counts.
We got 3 beats on this one.
Hoop-dee-doo, hoop-dee-doo. I hear a polka and my troubles are through. Hoop-dee-doo, hoop-dee-dee. This kind of music is like heaven to me. Hoop-dee-doo, hoop-dee-dee. It's got me higher than I can. Hand me down my soup and steak. I am gonna get my way. Hoop-dee-doo and tonight.
Thank you. Another good tune, popular tune. This is a Frankie Yankovic specialty called the Pennsylvania Polka. 2 beats.
go. Here we are on News Channel Nebraska. It's quarantine tonight. The Red Ravens on your television. We hope that you're enjoying your Wednesday night. Can you possibly find a channel that is doing this? I don't think so. What do we have for our last set coming up here? Just because polka. All right. We've done a few polkas, a few waltzes, and we only have 30 minutes together as we wind things down. If somebody is watching tonight and they say, hey, wait a second, the Red Ravens played at my wedding. How do I get them to play for me? Is there a number that they call, or is there a website that they call, or what do they do, Sonny?
We do have a website. It's if you're familiar with the Taste of Omaha event that happens in Omaha, we've got out on YouTube. There's a whole list of songs in our band listed there. But if they want to contact me directly, 402-551-3315 is a phone number. They can call me on that or on my cell number, 402-305-2327. And we'll be glad to talk to him about an event.
So when he started here tonight, he said we've got a couple of SOBs, and raise your hand if you're an SOB. That sounds for South Omaha Boy, by the way, and we've got 4 of them here. I'd never heard that before, the SOBs, and what is it with those folks raised in South Omaha are tough. South High School.
Yep, South Omaha. Well, I grew up in Brown Park, which is a Czech settlement in South Omaha. The South Omaha Circle Hall was a half a block south of my house. We had our own grocery store, Logat's Grocery. We had Zeleny Meat Market. We had Skomal Drug Store. We had Pluskutch Bakery. They made the best Czech pastries. Hullabar Shoe Store. It was a little nice Czech community to grow up in. And Assumption Catholic Church, where I went to school. Brown Park School, where these guys went to school. You just can't beat that growing up in that. You didn't have to lock your front door.
Never lock the door.
You could leave your keys in your car. It was just a real safe place to grow up. Yeah, great place.
Hard-working people that earned every penny that they got, too, right? Didn't they?
Well, the packing houses, that was what kept things going in South Omaha. You had the packing houses and you had the stockyards.
The smell was money.
Yeah, and Phillips Department Store was on South 24th Street there. It was just a great place to grow up. You could go shopping on South 24th Street, get all your groceries. You could get your clothing. J.C. Penney was there. A lot of stores. Yeah, it was a great place to grow up. Joe Tess's is another place, too. You ever eat there?
No, I haven't.
Fish sandwiches. They have great fish sandwiches there, yeah. Joe Tess.
One of the best parts of South Omaha recently was the Bohemian Cafe. Obviously, that's now closed, but yeah.
We didn't see that get closed. Yeah, it's although Bill Breivik, he's turning that building around, and he's got it where he's got music being played there. Barry Boyce has been providing music and Czech food. He's putting out good Czech food there also. In the old building where the Bohemian Cafe used to be.
See how much we're learning here tonight on News Channel Nebraska? I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break. We've got another round with the Red Ravens. You're watching Quarantine Tonight, brought to you by Do Right Now. Wear your mask and get the vaccine. It's an important time. Make sure you are registered. We're here on News Channel Nebraska. We'll be right back.
Tonight's episode of Quarantine Tonight is brought to you by Do Right Now.
I bet you're sitting there saying to yourself, I love this program. We've got the Red Ravens on here. This band is just doing it up right, and they've got the Just Because polka here in just a second. We hope that at home that you're tucked in, I am very temperature conscious. I don't know about everybody else, but I have a weighted blanket when I sleep, and if I'm at home, I'm under a blanket, especially when it's like 0 degrees. So we hope that you are warm and comfortable at home, and you're just enjoying the great sounds of this band. These guys came out here. They braved the cold, and they're all going back to, I think, Omaha area after this, and they made it over here to our secret location. And I'm trying to talk them into coming back to our undisclosed location somewhere north of the Platte River this summer, but that might be too far of a drive for some of them. But we'll get them there. Here's the Just Because Polka on News Channel Nebraska.
Just because you think you're so pretty, and just because you think you're so hot, well, just because you think you got something that no other girl has got, you caused me to spend all my money. You laughed and called me old Santa Claus. Well, I'm telling you, baby, I'm through with you because. Just because.
What a good tune, huh? I'm going to give the band a little break now and do a little accordion solo. It's called Dick's Polka, and I'm going to send this out to my wife Elaine in Omaha. Hope you're watching. I hope all those that are out listening and watching this on either Cox 116 or on the computer, I hope you're enjoying this evening. I know we're enjoying being here with you, playing this good music. And these band members of mine, I tell you, I'm real proud of them. They do a great job, do an excellent job for as much time as we get to play anymore with the virus and so forth. So it's a nice treat to be able to have such good musicians playing with us. Right now we're going to do a little waltz tune called Alpine Delay Waltz. Pretty tune. Alpine Delight. Here's another tune, one of my favorites, a beautiful tune. It's called The Beautiful Wolf River Waltz. Very nice. Three beats. What a pretty one. Well, it's time to change the tempo. We're going to change the tempo, and this is a good tune. It's called Elmer's Tune. It's got a nice beat to it. 6.5 beats, guys. Ready? There we go. And the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go. A little bit of a country theme song. It's called Walk Right Back. Okay, 4 beats, guys. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready for Red Raven? Okay. You want to do Red? How are we doing on time? You want to do Red Raven? Well, we got 3 minutes. 2 minutes left. We got 3 minutes left. Well, let's do Red Raven then. Yeah. Okay. Red Raven. Well, folks, it's at this time of the evening. We got to close it out with our theme song, the Red Raven Polka. We thank you for listening in and watching and enjoying the music this evening. I hope you had a good time. I know we did. We'd look forward to seeing you again another day at the quarantine tonight. We want to thank Mike Flood and Johnny Ray Gomez for asking us to come here and perform for you this evening. So here we go with our theme song, the Red Raven Polka.
I love to polka when I'm dancing with my sweetheart. I will always love her, and I know we'll never part. We'll still be dancing as the years come and go, dancing to the Red Raven Orchestra with the sweetheart that I love so.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Red Ravens here as we get ready for news at 10 o'clock. On behalf of all of our viewers, thank you so much. Good night from our undisclosed location.